Hey guys, welcome in. This is student handout number 5, two-step equations. So there's probably going to be 2 steps since it says 2-step equations. We just did a 1-step equation and you only had to do one thing. So now since it's 2-step, you're probably going to have to do, you guessed it too. First question of the day. Which animal can live the longest without water? Which animal can live the longest without water? Pausing now. Welcome back. The answer is a camel. All right, first problem here. Finley and Drake each write an equation below. Finley says that both equations have a solution of x equals 5. Drake says that is not true. Determine who is correct and justify your reasoning. Well, we all can figure out that Finley got 5. How do we do that? We just divide by 5, right? And you get x equals 5. The other one, to see if he also got 5, all we need to do is plug 5 in. So we're just going to plug it in to see if it's supposed to be 5, okay? That's 25 plus 5 does equal 25. Does 30 equal 25? Wrong. No. Okay, so go back to the question. Drake said it's not true, so who's right? Drake. So Drake is correct. Why is Drake correct? Because if you plug x equals 5 into both equations, Drake's equation will not be true. Drake is correct. If you plug x equals 5 into both equations, Drake's equation will not be true. Okay. All right. The steps to solve are: use inverse operations to undo addition or subtraction, and then use inverse operations to undo multiplication and division, and then the last step is to solve. So we're still trying to get the variable by itself, okay? And here's how we do that. We're going to do any addition or subtraction first. So what do you think that is? So how do we get rid of that? We do the opposite. Same as we did with 1 step, same thing. Now those go away, but I'm still left with something over there in blue. I'm still left with that, so I'll just bring it down, okay? And then 105 minus 15 is 90. Now, I divide by 10. Same thing you would do in 1 step at this point. And you're left with x equals 9. That's it. So it's 2 steps. First step, second step. So it's 2 steps. Okay? Beautiful. Just beautiful. Just beautiful, guys. All right, algebra tiles. They're trying to get me some of these. These are actually tiles that you fiddle fart with your hands. But I'll kind of explain how they work. All right. So this equation right here is 2x plus 2 equals 6. All right, so let's use the tiles. What would we do first? Well, we got to get rid of these 2 over here, so we're going to move them to the other side, so they're going to cancel out. So now you're left with 2x, so we're actually going to draw it, which is 2x, right? Equals, and then what are we left on the other side? 4 ones. Yes, I want you to draw it. So 2x equals 4. Now, on the next one, you have to make those x's equal pairs with those 4s. So if you were to split them up, these 2 would go with that one, And these two would go with that one. Again, we don't have it where you can actually touch it with your hand, so that's kind of hard for you to imagine. I get it. But when you worked it out, you would end up with x equals 2. But nah, don't put 2. Don't put that 2. You're supposed to write the tiles. 1 and 1. So x equals 2. 1x. So one of those x's has 2. Okay, that's what that means. All right, let's work this out. Now, again, you do the addition or subtraction first, not the 3k first. So we're going to do that first. So how do we get that to the other side? We do the opposite. Those cancel. I'm left with 3k equals 12. Now I can just divide, same as one step, and I'm left with k equals 4. Now I'm going to go back and plug it into the equation like it asked me to do. 10 plus 3 times 4 equals 22. 10 plus 12 equals 22. Does 22 equal 22? Check. So that is correct. Next question. Which popular Netflix series features a group of kids trying to solve mysteries in their town? Repeat. Which popular Netflix series features a group of kids trying to solve mysteries in their town? Pausing now. Welcome back. The answer is Stranger Things. All right, next problem. Yes, P is on the other side, but I do not really care that it's on the other side. It doesn't matter. The rule is still the same. Get rid of the adding or subtracting first. So that's the -5. So how do we get rid of that? We do the opposite, which is we add 5. You're left with 24 equals 4p. Divide by 4. And you're left with 6 equals p. Go over here, graph it. 19 equals 4. And then you're going to put 6 in there for it. Minus 5. Check. Check, 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 check. All right. Don't let that division throw you off. It's still do the addition and subtraction first. So what's the opposite? You're left with r over 2 equals 16. Now what? Multiply by 2. You're left with r equals 32. I lied. Hold up. Hold that thought. Coach Spartman. Screwed up. It's 24. My bad. There we go. R equals 48. All right, 48. And I go back, put it in the problem. (48) divided by 2 is 24 minus 8. Does that equal 16? Does 16 equal 16? Check. Check, check, check. And the last one on the front page, you're going to add 3. Why am I doing that? I'm getting rid of the addition or subtraction first. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. I get 10 equals 2w. Divide by 2. I'm left with 5 equals w. Go back and plug it in. 7 equals 2 times 5 minus 3. That's 10 minus 3. That's 7. Does 7 equal 7? Check. So that means my answer is correct. All right. So here's what we're going to do for the back. I am going to assign you problems. You and your partner are going to have 2 problems. You're going to work them out. I may assign you groups of 3, but then you're going to go to the board and show us how you did it once you have it correct. So you're going to become an expert at that problem, and then you're going to go to the board and show us how to do it, okay? So I'm going to assign you 2 problems apiece, and we will go from there. I'm going to pause now. All right, welcome back. I'm going to provide the answers. You've seen all of them on the board, but I am going to write them, so do make sure that you have all of these wrote down. All right, moving down to the bottom. JP was asked to place a check mark next to any equation in which x equaled 7 is a true statement. Check over his work and correct any mistakes. So he wants to know if 7 is a true statement for each one of those in there, okay? So all we have to do is plug 7 into each problem and see if he is correct. So on the first one, you would go 8 times 7 minus 15. Now, guys, a trick when you're checking your work, enter that into your calculator with the 7 in for the x, because that's what he said he thought the answer was, and see if it equals 41, okay? It does. So when you type that circled into your calculator, it's going to tell you 41. That means it is correct, okay? The second one, you would go 1.5 in your calculator times 7 plus 4. Does that give you 14.5? So you type 1.5 times 7 plus 4 in your calculator. Does it equal 14.5? And when you get it back, it will, okay? So that's going to be a check. The last one, I'm going to go 2. Does that equal 2? It does not. Okay, it's not going to equal 2. So what I want you to do is no, but I want you to tell me why. What do you think he did? So let's work it out mathematically. 14 plus 12, 2. So 26 does not equal 2. Look at that and tell me what you think he did wrong to think it was correct, because he thought it was correct. What do you think he did? Give you about 10 seconds. All right. Question, before we go back to the problem. Question, what singer is known for hits, Shake It Off, and Blank Space? What singer is known for hits, Shake It Off, and Blank Space? Pause now. The answer is Taylor Swift. All right. If you think that he subtracted right there, you would be correct. That's probably what he did incorrect. He probably subtracted the 14 minus 12 and got 2 instead of adding. So, anyways, the answer is number 3. All right. Each of the students below made a statement about the equation 3x minus 18 is 27. Which statement is true? Hannah says that the first step is to subtract 18 from both sides. So this is the equation right here. What is the first step? It's to add 18. She said subtract, so she is wrong. Wrong. All right. Aya She said to solve, add 18 to both sides, which is what we would do. And then she says divide by 3. That sounds right, but let's work the problem out to see. You'd add 18. My bad. You'd add 18. You would get 45 equals 3x. And then what would you do? You would divide. Okay, that's what she said you would do. So she is correct. That is correct. Romeo says the answer is 15 because 3 times 15 minus 18 is 27. So type this into your calculator and see if it gives you 27. Go. Yes, it does. Okay, so both Aya and Romeo are correct. So you can write that, since you don't have highlighters, you can just write Aya and Romeo are correct. 10-4. All right. That is all she wrote for today. See you on the flip side.